Hi, this is Chris Davis of /Go and Android Community, and this is the new HTC One Mini 2. It's the company's mid-range version of the One M8 flagship smartphone. As you can see, it has a similar aesthetic to the One M8, so you get the same brushed metal casing, but only this time it's considerably smaller, with a 4.5-inch 720p display rather than the 5-inch panel on the One M8. Inside, things are slightly less powerful too, so you get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor running at 1.2 GHz, and that's paired with 1 GB of RAM rather than 2, and 16 GB of internal storage. You still get a microSD card slot though to expand that, and you also get LTE support, HSPA+, Wi-Fi ABGN for support for the 2.4 and 5 GHz bands, and for Bluetooth 4.0 with aptX support. On the bottom there's a micro USB port for charging and synchronizing, and there's a regular 3.5-inch headphone jack on the top. On the back is one of the other key differences from the One M8, whereas that camera has HTC's innovative depth sensor. Using a second camera sensor on the top, the One Mini 2 uses a single camera instead. It also loses out on ultra-pixel technology, and instead HTC have fitted a 13-megapixel backside illuminated sensor with an f2.2 lens. That gets a LED flash, though it only supports one colour, unlike the multi-tone LED flash on the One M8, but you do get 1080p full HD video recording. You can't, however, shoot Zoe videos. On the front there's the same 5-megapixel camera from the HTC One M8 with a wide-angle lens for fitting more people into video calls and selfies, and you also get HTC's boom sound speaker system, though since the phone is slightly smaller, the chambers for the speakers themselves are smaller and it won't sound quite as loud. You also get a separate amplifier for the headphone jack. HTC Sense 6.0 is running on top of Android 4.4 KitKat, so you get things like Blink Feed to pull together your social networking updates and news. However, since the phone lacks an infrared port, you don't get the HTC TV app to control your TV. Inside there's a 2100 mAh battery, which HTC says should be good for more than a full day's use, and you also get the same extreme power saving mode as on the One M8, which cuts background data and limits what you can access to a small portfolio of apps. The family resemblance between the two phones is clear, and HTC is positioning the One Mini 2 as the sort of device that might appeal to those who want the style of the One M8 but can't afford the flagship specifications. There are a few compromises to be made, of course, for instance the camera, though HTC still expects the 13-megapixel camera on the One Mini 2 to produce some decent results, even if you can't take Zoe videos with it. The HTC One Mini 2 will go on sale in Europe and Asia, starting from the beginning of June.